A few weeks ago, I broke my #1 rule, and I thought it was going to be the end of everything. I thought for sure everything was going to blow up in my face and it would never be the same again. Spoiler alert, I'm still here. And everything is fine. I'm sure you're probably wondering, what rule did you break? Get on with it and tell me already. Well, stick with me. I'll get to that in a minute. But first, I want to tell you about something that I've been working on that I'm super excited about. I've been spending some time updating my channel page to improve the experience for you as the viewer. Along the way, I discovered this really awesome tool I can use to help us together build a community to encourage each other in our journey as we learn to dwell deliberately, delight deeply, and do good daily. YouTube offers this really amazing tool called the Community tab, where creators can communicate with their viewers on a slightly more personal level. What does any of this have to do with the rule that I broke? Well, to be honest, not a lot. But your response when I broke that rule helped me to realize that I am part of a community now of amazing people, and I really want to grow that community and get to know you better. It's very difficult to build a community with you when we're separated by a camera and by geography, but I want all of you to know that I truly do cherish your comments and that your feedback and your encouragement makes a huge difference in my life. I've really been wanting a way to engage in more back and forth communication with you, and I want to make sure that you are encouraging each other as well. I promise I'm going to get back to the whole rule breaking thing, but before I do, I want to show you this Community tab and what it looks like. On the Community tab, I can share behind the scenes images and posts about what I'm working on for upcoming videos. It's a place to join discussions about important topics that are relevant to dwelling delightfully, and we can ask questions and find answers. You can participate in polls or fun quizzes that are related to what's happening on the channel, and I can update you all about the videos that are coming out. Now, I know that many of my viewers don't have a lot of experience with YouTube and social media, and to be honest, I don't either. So I thought it might be helpful to give you a quick tour of how to find the Community tab and how to make sure that you're notified when something new gets posted there. Now, if you are an expert on YouTube and the social media, well, feel free to skip ahead to the part where I talk about the rule that I broke, and I'll tell you all about what I learned from it. I'll see you on the other side. To access the Community tab, first you need to find the Dwelling Delightfully homepage. So open your YouTube app and search for Dwelling Delightfully, and it should come right up at the top of your list. Or you can access it through your subscriptions if you're already subscribed. If you are subscribed, please make sure that you've hit that notification bell. Not like me, I already know when I'm posting, so I have my notifications turned off. But make sure yours are turned on, and that way the Dwelling Delightfully community posts will show up on your homepage. You may have to scroll a little bit to find it, but it'll be there, I promise. Okay, let's talk about my rule breaking and how it led me to start the Community tab. A few weeks ago, I was completely overwhelmed and struggling to get my video completed on time. In trying to come up with an idea for something that I could post in the short term and finish quickly, I broke my #1 rule: never film on a bad day. Never film on a bad day. I try with this channel to be encouraging to all of you, and I try really hard not to film when I'm not mentally in a place to make that happen. In that video that I posted that week, I poured out my heart and I talked about where I was at and what I was experiencing and how I was feeling. One of my goals with this channel is to always be authentic and transparent, and I certainly was that day. But after I posted the video, I second-guessed myself, and I was filled with embarrassment and shame. I didn't want anyone to see that I was failing. I really wanted to take the video down, but I didn't have anything to put in its place, and so I just had to leave it there. My husband, several friends, and some family members watched my video, and they immediately came and asked me how I was doing and if I was okay and if there was anything else that they could do to help. And while I was extremely appreciative of their help and their support and their encouragement, I felt exposed and vulnerable, like I was a failure because I wasn't able to keep everything balanced and get everything done on time. So I didn't even want to look at the results of that video. I just shut down, put my head down, focused on the video that I had wanted to make. When I finally finished editing that super complicated video that I had wanted to make, I was finally forced to open YouTube Studio and look at how the previous video had done. Imagine my surprise when I saw the number of views that that video received, and I read through the outpouring of support that you all offered to me. I was flabbergasted and amazed. I was astonished at how many of you said that you experienced the same feelings and were going through the same kinds of things. Your generosity of spirit and your incredibly encouraging comments caused me to cry and gave me a new perspective on my number one rule of never filming on a bad day. You see, God had a plan to use my situation, my failure, to encourage you. What I saw as pitiful and sad and useless, He saw as an opportunity to reach out to you and touch your heart and encourage you and let you know that you are not alone. So, my dear friends, my rule-breaking video has reminded me once again that God uses all things for good for them who love Him, even when we film on a bad day. And I'm also reminded that I need to keep turning this YouTube stuff over to Him and let Him use it the way He wants to. It's not about me and my success or failure. It's not about how I look or what others think about me. I hope you'll all take a quick second to hit that notification bell beside the subscribe button so that you can be notified when new posts are up on the community page, and that you'll take some time to read the comments on my videos and on the community posts and join the conversation. As we all learn to dwell deliberately, delight deeply, and do good daily, we have the power to encourage each other. If you enjoyed the video today, make sure to bop the like button, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Because I'll tell you all about it in a minute. But first, I want to share with you something that I'm super excited about. I'll show you what I've been working on that I'm super excited about. Well, stick with me. I'll get... Now, what does any of this have to do with... Okay. Now, what does any of this have to do with the rule that I broke? Well, to be honest, not a lot. But okay. What does any of this really have to do with? What does any of this really have to do with the rule that I broke? I am part of an amazing community of people. Okay. I am part of a community of people who are amazing. Now, what does any of this have to do with the rule that I broke? To be honest, not a lot. But your response when I broke that rule made me realize that I am helping to build a community of people. No. Now, what does any of this have to do? Now, what does any of this have to do with the rule that I broke? To be honest, not a lot.